Hello everyone! Welcome to part 1 of my new Working in Japan question and answer series. My original Working in Japan videos didn't work out. I have an intro and I think half of another video, and that's where it ended. But because of those videos, lots of people have sent me questions over the past few years. So I've compiled some of those questions and I'm gonna present them to you here, and if you have more questions, feel free to send them to me. So here we go. Question number 1. How difficult is it to find a teaching job without a university degree? Well, usually the higher paying companies, they want a degree. Not necessarily in teaching, but just in anything. It shows how educated you are. And because of that, things like JET program, or the bigger companies in Japan who do English teaching, they do require degrees. But the lower quality the job, the company, the less likely they're going to need a degree. So if you have experience, it might help, but some places have just a set rule that you need a degree. It's not impossible though. So if you are here in Japan and you want to get a job teaching English, even if you don't have a degree in anything, then you can still try. You have a chance of being hired. Question number 2. If I go to Japan on a tourist visa, how hard is it to obtain a job? Well, that's a bit more difficult than trying to get a job without a degree. The big problem is you're going to have to find a company who will change your visa from a tourist visa to a working visa. They have to sponsor you. They take responsibility for you in a big way. At a previous job of mine, I helped with the hiring process, and I saw a little bit of what my boss had to do to get people who were on tourist visas or on other visas and change their visa, and it was a lot of work. And it's, again, if something happens, like, the government looks to them and say you're responsible for this person. So it's pretty difficult, honestly. I wouldn't recommend it. If you can, if you're from a non-US country, get a working holiday. That's much easier. You can come over and find a job. If not, you can come over here on a tourist visa, do interviews for companies if you line them up in advance, go back home, and then when you get the results to those interviews, maybe they will give you the visa to come back. It's probably about the easiest way. Do any schools or companies accept non-native English speakers as ALTs in Japan? The answer to this is mixed. Some schools do. Some places have a rule that you have to be from a country with the standard, one of the main languages is English. There are, borderline cases where schools, countries with really good education, I suggest like Sweden or Norway, those are some good examples, who have really good English education, like not really strong accents, depending on where you go, of course. And in those cases, if someone is interviewing, they're a foreigner, and they hear your accent and they say, okay, you can work, then there's no problem. But there are times where it's just, even if your English is perfect, if you're not from an English-speaking country normally, then you just can't get in. So you have to be prepared. You don't know what you're going to get into. If you're doing an interview, then you should ask. And in a lot of cases, if you're getting an interview and they already know what country you're from, then they already have that step. They might allow it. So you'll have to try and find out. Again, it'll be harder than if you were not from a different country. So keep on trying. If you have any more questions for me, I'm glad to answer them. I've been in Japan for almost 10 years now. Variety of jobs, did a lot of applying in the past, a lot of interviews, and a lot of job searching. So if you have any questions, send them in, and feel free to like our channel, or subscribe to our channel, like the video, comment. We're on Facebook and Twitter if you want to send us questions over there, or you can email me at chase@webbsenglish.com. See you soon!